What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I1 Tesla, and it looks like I'm doing another wrap because I am, and I've probably started a video like this before, and it looks very similar. This is a satin black wrap over black Model Y, but I'm not going to show you the wrap so much as this is not a brand new vehicle coming to me or a couple week old vehicle coming to me to get wrapped. This is over a year old, 40,000 miles on a Model Y that has a lot of rock chips, and I want to show you what vinyl can do to cover up those, to make it look a lot better, because there's scratches all over this car, rock chips all over it, and they're going away because of the vinyl. I mean, it's going to make it look like a brand new car. If you look right here, there's a really big rock chip, or a chip that when they opened it up in a parking garage, it hit there. I'm going to try to fill that just a little bit, so when I do wrap over this, because this is a long range, it's not a performance, so a spoiler would cover that actually. But let me show you the front here. The front has a lot of rock chips. There's a lot of little imperfections all over the place. I started filling some of them with some paint, and it doesn't really fill too well. But when you put vinyl over top, it just has a little bit of bubble there. Not really a bubble, it's just little imperfections here and there all over the car, but they kind of disappear with the vinyl over top of it. So now when you step back, you don't see white specks all over the car, you're just going to see a satin black look. Now down here, there was a pretty bad scratch right in here. You don't see it at all anymore. It's gone. Well, it's still there. It's just underneath the vinyl, you don't see it. So this is going to look 10 times, well, actually 100 times better than it did before. These little chips here, I'm gonna put some more filler in there. Just build it up a little bit. And then once I put the vinyl over top of it, it'll kind of just bridge that gap, and you won't really notice it as bad. I mean, if you got up this close to it, yes, you'll notice it. If anybody does that to your car and they're getting really close to nitpick, you just grab the back of their head and slam it in the hood, and then they'll stop complaining about your car. That's in the metal hood. In the bumper though, this is plastic, so it's going to raise some pieces up. So I'm going to try to knock some of those down so that they're not raised up, and just kind of make a better product in the end. So I'm not going to show you the whole wrap. I kind of got a lot of this done yesterday, but the cool thing is he's got FSD beta, and he's allowing me, once I'm done with this, to go take it downtown Mooresville here and see how it does, get my opinion. It said 1,000 feet destination on the right, but it moved into the left lane.
Okay.
So why? We're just gonna pass it out. Well, it makes sense. It's a Ford dealership. Why would this want to go to a Ford dealership?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's cancel that. Actually, it's pretty clear, so it should go right after this car.
Good.
It's going
quickly.
Slowly. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that was close.
All right.
So I got snuck out in the middle of the street to see if there's anything coming.
Yeah. It creeped out. I mean, it made it. Not the way I would have done it.
Okay. It took it.
It made it.
Yeah.
It made it confidently. I wasn't as confident as it was. But now I've been in the beta before, or I've been in a beta car before, but it was like the second iteration of the beta. I haven't been in one since, and I kind of want to see what the difference is and see how well it is. How well it's improved, I should say. Just from taking him to the airport, I do notice some differences, because he dropped this off to me. He's about 4 hours from me, but they went on vacation. I dropped him off at the airport, and they're coming back in a few days. But I'm going to have some fun with this full self-driving beta after I have some fun fixing the hood and making this car look amazing. So you already see what they look like. I'm going to fill this stuff, and later on I'm going to cover the hood, and then I'm going to bring you back in and show you the difference, what this can do. So the point of this video is you don't have to just wrap a brand new car. You can make a car that's got some issues look a lot better. Some scratches, they're gone. Little scratches from, well, he actually had some really bad scratches here from a automatic car wash he went to. It was really pressed in here. Didn't do anything to the metal, but the paint was all messed up. Now you don't see it at all. Again, this isn't really to make the color any different. It's really just to fill in, and then I'm going to smooth that out in a little bit and just have a little bit in there. So already it looks so much better. What I did was I took some alcohol on a rag. I took the key card because the key card's nice and soft. It's not going to scratch as easy. Yes, the paint will scratch, and that's not a big deal because this could be buffed out. If you ever want to take the wrap off and go back to black, he can buff this back out and everything will be just fine. But if you get it wet and then take the card at a sharp angle, you can scrape the paint smooth after it sets up for a little bit. And I mean, I did this all over and you really don't see scratches in much places. And it's fairly level. All these spots are pretty level where the vinyl going right over top of it will be just right. I've already clay barred the car. I've washed it, of course, clay barred it. And so all the contaminants are off of it. I'm gonna wipe it down before I put the vinyl over top. And I'm gonna show you what this hood looks like. You already kind of saw what it looked like with all the chips. The bumper's a little harder because there is some indentation, so there's gonna be some imperfections in that bumper. There's no way around that. But the hood, you want it nice and look really good because that's what you see mostly. You see the tops of the fenders, you see the hood, you see the tops of the doors. You don't really see down at the bottom that much. So the whole purpose is to make everything up top look really, really nice. Ooh, just check out the difference. I just wiped off the water from installing it. But man, this looks so different. It looks like I just wrapped a brand new hood on a Model Y. So definitely, you definitely don't have to get your vinyl on a brand new car. You can make an older car, I mean not older, but a more rock chipped up car look new again with some vinyl. That's something you can't do with paint protection film. And I love paint protection film, but you would still see everything through there because paint protection film is clear. You're gonna see all those things. So now, this car's gonna be good to go. It's gonna look brand new again, but better because it's custom, satin black. And that's one good thing I love doing is making cars look a little different than everyone else's because there's only 5 colors in all these cars and they all seem to look the same. So make your car look different. Now let's go drive this thing. Well, I'm gonna finish it, but then I'm gonna go drive it. So the car's all finished. It's sitting outside in the sun. And I almost forgot about full self-driving. He said I can drive it and see what it's like full self-driving. So I got my GoPro. We're gonna go for a drive right now. And I also need to make sure the sensors work and everything on this. So that's what we'll do. All right, so I grabbed my dad, so we're gonna experience full self-driving together. You've never been in a full self-driving car. I've been in an early one. This has got the full beta, which is really cool. And a lot of people know what the screen looks like, so it's just gonna be our reactions on it. Now, you just got a car that has autopilot features, yeah. So, and you've driven Teslas before, so you have an idea, but this is gonna be totally different.
Totally different.
Hopefully it's good. Oh, we're already in drive. All right, so it will actually
make the turn.
See, so before he showed me all this, you can actually go full screen with this thing, and this is everything the car sees. It sees the 2 cars up in there. Yeah. It sees that car way over there, wow, which is really cool. Yeah. But we can actually, it'll do it now, out of the garage, out of the driveway. Oh, a little fast.
Yeah.
25. I mean, 25 is fine through here. It puts a turn signal on.
Wow.
Uh-oh, there's a car coming. Now, I had to take over because there's a big puddle at the end of our street here, and we kind of just maneuver around people. The car will actually go through the puddle, so we don't want to do that because this is just freshly wrapped. We're going to go slow, nothing crazy. But double tap it, you see all the cars everywhere? Yeah. Again, 25. 25 is fine, but there's kids in this neighborhood. What I'm curious is, there's a car coming.
What's it gonna do?
This is a little trippy. Getting out on the road here, this is a tricky turn because it's a blind turn. You really can't see too well. So I'm gonna have my foot over the brake just in case. We're kind of far back. Oh my gosh, okay, it's going. It missed the pothole too. That's good.
That's good.
This is scary. I guess I do need a mirror.
It's seeing the road. That's, I mean, I like that. That's cool.
45. It's actually 35 through here, so I'm going to lower the speed down because they just changed the speed limit on this road because this is very narrow. And see how well it does on a narrow road.
It says what, 35 max.
I saw the person walking.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I changed it to 35, but it'll see
Okay.
the sign now, and it goes. I jerked the wheel too hard. So that was barely jerking the wheel to keep it in autopilot to let it know, and that's more sensitive.
Yeah, really.
It might be a difference between his and mine, but I barely turned the wheel and it jumped out of autopilot. Wow, slowing down for that car. I should have got more cameras, but I have to go get them at the airport in 20 minutes or so. And wow, why is it coming to a stop? I don't like that. It came to a stop because of the cars.
I thought they were approaching you.
Yeah, and there's a car behind us now, so I kind of want to stay on it. But I have to get them in the airport in about 20 minutes from now, so I'm just going to be a short drive experiencing autopilot. But it's or full self-driving. It's kind of all over the place right now.
Oh, no.
That's wrong. that's bad. It was gonna cross the double lines. So I guess I'm glad I'm just filming our reactions and not the road, because this is not good for autopilot so far, or full self-driving.
But sees the red light. I like that.
Sees their taillights on too.
Yeah, yeah. And it
That's
can't,
really cool. I've never seen that before.
and it's a car in front of them.
It's a car in front of us,
Okay.
and it had their taillights
Oh, that's
on
us.
the display. Yeah, this is us. It was gonna go that way. So let's just autopilot again. These are bigger roads, so maybe this will be a little bit better. I'm gonna keep my hand on the wheel so it senses.
Which way are we going?
Yeah, I guess we're going straight. And it's a red light, so let's see. Or a yellow light. Now it's just turned red. And nice, easy slow down to a stop.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right at the line.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that part went good.
The graphics are really cool. I think the graphics are awesome.
It switched to 45.
And taking off gently. But actually, that was a smooth takeoff.
No rabbit starts. That's good.
This turn, I mean, this should be fine because autopilot's fine with this too. It's the right turns and left turns that are a little scary in intersections.
Yeah. Who's driving?
The car is. Let's do a turn. Is it too much of a... Oh, it didn't like that turn, but now it's going to do it anyway. So this is a red light. Traffic coming. Does it know to turn on red?
I don't know. We'll soon find out.
Look at all those cars. It's ridiculous.
I know. You take a screenshot, it'd be... That's ridiculous. Are semi?
Semis? Oh, there's only one. I read two of them.
I guess it's not going to make a turn. Huh?
I guess it no turn on red. I probably could force it to, but there's no one behind us, so I'm gonna let it do what it wants to do. But
No, you got a green flashing for your turn signal.
that's my turn signal, yeah.
But is it saying that you
The
can?
light is red up there, but it should
It's
be.
right behind you now.
It should be able to go, but I just gave it a little bit.
See
I
it
wonder
back
if I
there?
can force it. There's a car coming. Is he stopping or what is he doing? Oh, I got a green arrow. It should have just went.
It turned itself.
It's turning itself, but I gave it gas because
Did you see the green arrows? Whatever.
it should have saw the arrow, but I was giving it gas at the same time, so I don't know. It's interesting why it didn't turn on red, because it's legal. That's actually better. There was a car that pulled out in front of us really quickly, and the car would normally, on regular autopilot, jam on the brakes. And this was fine. It just gave it a little bit of touch, so it was nice, smooth.
Can you set the distance that it brakes?
Yes, it's the closest you can go is 2 seconds on full self-driving. You can't go to 1 second, but you can go all the way to 7 seconds as far as a follow distance.
Man,
Nice stop at the light.
The car. This is amazing. Just watching the cars, and they're right on target too.
Yeah. Only SUVs have wheels though. SUVs and trucks have wheels. Cars are just sleek little. They look like the keys for an S and an X. Nice smooth takeoff. It's just
Yeah.
going to go straight.
Yeah. Be interested. What if a car comes over on you? Does it know it to stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would hit the brakes and maneuver around. And he would do that in autopilot as well.
Okay.
But again, this is just autopilot. So let's go to this Ford dealership. See what it does. See if it pulls into the Ford dealership. Why is it turning? It's trying to get in the left lane. But our turn is up here on the right. Why would it do that? Probably because they're going slow and it's just going anyway. It's going anyway. Alright. It said 1,000 feet destination on the right, but it moved into the left lane.
Okay.
So, why? We're just gonna pass it up. Well, it makes sense. It's a Ford dealership. Why would this want to go to a Ford dealership?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's cancel that. Wherever it wants to go. This is a little scary. Curbs.
Yeah.
On my wheels. Oh, that was close.
That was close.
That was
Okay.
really close. All right.
Okay, that was yeah.
It was a little too close for me and not my car, but you know, it probably would have made it just fine.
Yeah.
Right. Probably. So this, after this right, the next left is going to be difficult because of traffic.
Yeah, I don't see
So
what.
that's going to be very interesting on what it does.
I'm still a little touchy on this thing. I would not want. I think I'd be. Well, you got your hand on the wheel.
I got my hand on the wheel and I'm hovering over the brake and the gas.
Okay, we got a stop sign.
This is all four-way stop.
Let's see what it does.
So it just can't. Oh, jeez, that was. It turned the wheel very fast. It's amazing what this thing can actually do, and it's a beta. It's probably a while. Another narrow road. Why you come to a stop? Is it just because of a car? There's no one behind us, but still, it came to a stop when the car was definitely on the other side of the dotted or the double line.
And it shows it. So.
Yeah, it sees that it's over there. It wasn't creeping over at all. It was far into their lane.
Okay, this is the.
This is going to be a scary turn. I'm probably going to have to take over on this. There's a turning lane. See if it picks the right one.
It did. You get ready to hit the brakes.
Yeah.
Good.
So, actually, it's pretty clear. So it should go right after this car.
Good.
It's going
Quickly.
slowly. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that was close.
All right.
So I snuck out in the middle of the street to see if there's anything coming.
Yeah. It creeped out. I mean, it made it. Not the way I would have done it. Now, this is very cool. I do think the technology is really cool. I don't think it's worth $12,000, and then it's probably going to go up to $15,000 eventually soon. I don't know.
But remember when autopilot was first? Autopilot's like my car now.
Yes.
The first version of it.
Yeah.
This is totally different now. So.
I think autopilot is so much better. I think people driving on the highway, it's better for that. In town, I think people should drive. I think we're very, very far away from this taking off by itself to go pick up your kids somewhere and you trusting it to go pick up your kids somewhere. Although your kids are quite old. But
Where do you want me to pick you up?
This next intersection is very difficult as well.
Yeah.
It's a weird turn.
But it's weird the way it keeps stopping.
Yeah, it's very hesitant.
Yeah.
And I think Fred told me that before, he doesn't have the update, but the newest update, it smooths that out a little bit more. And they're always constant. I think every 2 weeks there's an update to this. He hasn't gotten it yet, but
it is staying pretty close to the middle.
Yeah, it's rock solid in the middle. It's just the jerkiness in the cars. Here comes a car. This is a wide road, so it should be fine, especially since he's way on the other side. Didn't break it off for that. That's good. With this intersection, again, I wish I had other cameras so you can see all the stuff and see those cops back there. Okay, well, it's going to be a red light, so I guess we have a better chance at it. Okay. That's not where you stop.
It's not going up there.
That's not where you stop, buddy. I'll give it some gas, and it's not going in the lane. Didn't know what to do.
It confused. Okay.
So, red light. I put it on autopilot or full self-driving, and it should make this light or this turn now. But this is, in this intersection, it's a triangle. We're kind of cutting over into another road, so it is very confusing. But
Confusing to people.
it is confusing to people. That's fine.
Yeah, that was weird.
Trailer looked like a small little truck behind it.
Okay, it
It's
did.
going on its own. Okay, I'm touching the wheel.
Oh,
Don't yell at me. Missed the pothole.
maybe.
Oh, they filled it with. Oh no, they didn't fill it yet. There's cars. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's close.
It took it.
It made it. It made it confidently. I wasn't as confident as it was, but
And it's taking up 40. This,
yeah, this is.
it doesn't know the speed limit changed.
No, the sign's not. It's up here. So I lowered the speed, but this is narrow. So again, this is probably gonna. Here comes a car. It's probably gonna come to a stop. There's no one behind us. So again, far on the other side there. No reason to stop. No reason to slow down.
It didn't on that one.
It was picking up speed, but it was already came to a stop for that. There's no need for that.
Okay.
Now your destination is on
Is it
the
gonna
left.
pull in the driveway?
It doesn't see a driveway.
Oh, you're right. House is too narrow. Doesn't see it. All right. So we're here. That was interesting. Not fun. I'll tell you that.
That was kind of nerve-wracking.
If you paid for full self-driving, good on you. But it's far from being really good. Obviously, I mean it's a beta, but it's
Now it sees it.
yeah. Well, we're in the driveway, so it sees it. Personally, I'd be mad if I paid 12 grand for that. It's cool, and it's cool. Thank you for letting me use it on your car, but it's not. I'd be upset because this is far from being usable.
Yeah.
So,
You even made you nauseous where we kept stopping like that. I'm serious.
I mean, it did stop pretty hard when cars are just. It's
Yeah.
a double solid line. It should know and see that there's nothing there. There's no danger.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Interesting. Oh well.
I'll stick with the free autopilot.